Well, the first thing I want to tell you is about the age of this piece of ice, this giant piece of ice. So, guess, how old is this piece of ice?
100?
1,000 years. Yeah, you read it in the Wikipedia? Well, yes, it's 1,000 years old piece of ice.
他说冰块是1000年。
It needs 1,000 years to get from the top of the glacier to here, with a pretty slow movement. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty transparent. I can see you. Multiplied for 1,000 times. Well, that's because of this bit of ice has been floating in the water for a long time. So the water has polished it. Now it's this diamond look-alike. Really beautiful. Oh, this way. Well, yeah, I'm gonna read. Finally. Well, so this piece of ice is transparent, but if we take a look to the icebergs, we can see they are white, not transparent. Why that happens? Well, when the sunlight strikes to the surface of the ice is gonna crystallize and it's gonna get white, like snow. That's the reason, because we have white icebergs, not transparent icebergs. They get transparent when they melt. But as we have these white icebergs, we have the blue ones, which is pretty weird. But it has its scientific reasons. The blue color is because this ice is so old that it has been supporting for so many years, so much pressure that it gets really compact. So, when we have a large amount of water, put it in the same spot, it doesn't reflect, it reflects the blue wavelength of light. It's like a glass of water, it's going to be transparent, but the sea is going to be blue because of that. That's why we have blue icebergs. Well, as we have these blue icebergs, we have the black icebergs, which is even weirder. Well, these black icebergs are black because of the dust of the desert. We have one of the largest deserts in Europe. We are surrounded by this dust, black dust. So, in the windy days, which is almost every day, the wind transports this dust and gets all over the icebergs and it gets frozen. There are one more reason for that, which is the ashes of the volcanoes. As you know, Iceland is a volcanic island. So, every time there's an eruption in Iceland, the ashes of the volcanoes is gonna get over the iceberg. So, if we could split an iceberg like this, we could see all the different eruptions in Iceland for 1,000 years in layers. So that's pretty interesting for the archaeologists, meteorologists, geologists, science in general. Okay, this piece of ice comes from there. That's the tongue of the glacier. It's called Jökulsárlón, more or less, and it's part of a larger glacier. Well, this glacier is so freaking huge. It covers the 8% of the Icelandic territory. It's really large glacier. Okay, as we have this glacier here, we have a mountain there. We cannot see it because of the clouds, but I swear there's a mountain there. And it's pretty high. It's the highest point in Iceland. It's called the Jökulsárlón, and it's 2,110 meters high. Well, the most interesting fact about this is that they have recently discovered, Icelandic scientists have discovered, that just under the glacier there's a fjord. And this fjord is 21 kilometers long and it's 300 meters deep. So that's the deepest point in Iceland. We have the highest point and the deepest point in Iceland at the same spot. It's pretty cool. Well, Nowadays, this lake is 250 meters deep, and it's gonna get deeper and wider. We have 6 kilometers, the edge to the edge. 6 kilometers wide, and it's gonna get larger. Why? Well, because the glacier is retreating, it's melting. We have two reasons for that. First reason is the global warming. Obviously, when the temperature rises up, the ice is gonna melt down. In fact, this lake is only 80 years old. 80 years ago, this was all part of the glacier. The glacier reached the bridge. But now it's a lake. One day it's gonna be a sheep. Maybe. Well, as you know, this is pretty huge, and I don't know how to put it like this. Okay, as you know, we can only see the top 10% of the iceberg because of the density of the ice. So, when this part is the part which is gonna melt faster. This part is gonna receive the wind and the sunlight, so it's gonna melt faster. When that happens, the bottom part starts to push up. So sometimes this can destabilize, and this could happen. It's really dangerous. Imagine an iceberg like this one. It's only the 10% of the iceberg. So it seems a little, it seems tiny, but it's a monster. So if this monster is gonna flip over, we should not be close. So for safety reasons, we don't get close to them. Okay. Well, another reason because the glacier is melting is because of the salty water. The salty water of the sea is pushing inside the lake. So nowadays we have, and as you know, the salty water melts better the ice. Nowadays we have 50% salty water, 50% fresh water here. Well, that's not good for the ice, but it's good for the seals and the salmons. Have you seen any seals? Yeah. They are pretty shy today. When we have some sunny days, they usually get over the icebergs to sunbath, but not today. Not lucky. Well, we have this harbor seal, and we have too the salmons and the krill. The krill is that small and ugly fish, omega-3 fish, which is good for the health. We have also the Arctic terns. Have you seen that white birds at the parking? Well, they came here from South Africa. It's one of the longest migrations in the world. They come here to nest, but as you can see, we have no trees in Iceland. So if we plant 3 trees here, it's going to be a forest. So as they don't have any trees, they have to nest in the ground. So they have to leave the nest unprotected. What that means? That means that if you get close to them, they are going to attack you. They are pretty violent. And we have also the skua. Have you seen that brown fat bird? Well, it's pretty violent too, for the same reasons. I don't know why, but the birds here are violent. Well, this place it's getting really famous nowadays. Maybe thanks to the movies. Do you know any movie shot here?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was shot in Iceland, as Interstellar too. But I mean in this lake, just here. James Bond died another day. That's one. The other one is Walter Mitty, the life of Walter Mitty or something like that. And Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, was shot here. So this place is getting famous and famous and famous. Lucky for the seals, we are not really intruding them.
So James Bond used to die another day?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they closed the bridge for making all of these ice and making these crazy things James Bond do. Well,
size.
maybe you are wondering why I'm freezing my hands with this giant piece of ice. Well, has also his scientific reasons. What I'm gonna do with this ice is split in half. One part is gonna be for you. You want to take photos or hold it and just check if it's cold or not. You can do it. The other part I'm gonna smash it in small pieces so you can eat some 1,000 years old ice cream. It's pretty good. They say that this ice is so compact that it's really good for whiskey.